The Schmo and Ariel Helwani are beefing, and I'm here for it. Before I start, let me take a sip of this beautiful tea. I'm here for the tea, you know this. Anyway, let's get started. So the Schmo and Ariel Helwani has been going back and forth, and I'm here to explain what really happened. There are two sides of every story. The Schmo side, Ariel Helwani's side, and MMA Detox side, which is the truth.
This is number one bullshit.
So the beef between the Schmo and Ariel Helwani started when the Schmo, out of blue, called out Ariel Helwani for a grappling match. Take a listen.
What's up, world? The holidays are quickly approaching, and it's time to give you fans what you've all been looking for. The Schmo is challenging Ariel Helwani to a 165-pound charity grappling competition. $25,000 to the charity of the winner's choice. If Ariel can't make 165 pounds, the Schmo will bulk up to 185 pounds. If you're an MMA fan and this cat Ariel has snubbed you for a photo or done you wrong, speak up. If you're an MMA fighter and this cat Ariel has caused beef, speak up. The time is now. It's time to put some respect on the Schmo brand. Ariel, you have 48 hours to respond. If you beat the Schmo will be done covering the UFC. The Schmo versus the Nose. We're out.
This call out was so random because you don't normally challenge Ariel Helwani for a grappling match. Let's be real. Ariel Helwani is not an athletic person, he hasn't trained grappling before. Like, come on, man. And he's older person, he's almost 40 years old. And we have the Schmo, who's in his late 20s, early 30s. In his prime, he's in pretty good shape, and he's calling out Ariel Helwani. Like, come on, man. If he really wanted to call out somebody, he would call out a guy like Danny Segura, for example. They both are in the same age range, same size. You can make that match happen pretty quickly. Like, everybody can beat Ariel Helwani. Ariel Helwani was telling stories that the girls were beating him up when he was in school. Like, come on, man. You don't challenge Ariel Helwani. Leave him alone.
Ariel Helwani is one of the weakest human beings on planet Earth. I mean, it's almost like you should be arrested for even calling him out. That's like calling out a girl. That's like calling a girl out to fight.
But this showed me that the Schmo wanted to embarrass Ariel Helwani. He wants to put his hands on Ariel Helwani. So I was waiting for Ariel Helwani's response to this. And he finally responded, and he explained why the Schmo was angry with him. Take a listen.
He's also beefing with the Schmo. He stole his story.
I stole his story? What,
Yeah,
what was that?
I don't know.
Listen, you can't be. It's like Daniel Cormier said after the John Jones fight. He was wrong in this sense, but it applies here. It's not a rivalry when it's one-sided. You don't punch down. You talk about cloud chasers. He's trying to. Here's the truth about the Schmo, Darren. Actually, when you fought at 244, the Schmo comes up to me. And he says, I can't, I've been busting my butt. I've been doing this for X years. I can't seem to get, ahead in this business. I can't seem to get a paying job. I can't seem to do this. I can't seem to, it's like, I hardly know him, and he's opening up to me. We're backstage at Media Day, Madison Square Garden. And I said, all right, well, I just left MMA Fighting recently. Here's the email address for the editor. I'll give him a heads up. There's obviously an opening there. I'm not there anymore. Maybe you can get a job like doing the interviews for them and stuff like that. So, thought I was being helpful. I listened to everything that he said. I know what the struggle is like. 2-3 weeks later, he challenges me to a grappling match. And so I see him the following, this is 2:45 now. I see him at the media day. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, you come to me and ask me for help. You ask me for contacts, for advice, and then you challenge me to a grappling match? Like, what is up with that? And he said, I should be working at ESPN. I took it as an insult that you were recommending me to MMA fighting. I should be at ESPN. I was like, whoa, first of all, MMA fighting for 9 years was my home for 9 years. That's not an insult. I'm not recommending you to a different place. I'm recommending you to my former home that I just left on very
Yeah.
good terms. So I don't know what you're talking about. Then he claims that I gave him a fake email address when he came up to me 2 years prior. Couldn't be further from the truth. I give my email address to anyone who asks me, and I asked him to pull it up, couldn't pull it up. Said I gave him a fake email address because I tried to get rid of it. I was like, what are you talking about, man? Like, you harbor all this resentment towards me. You've asked me for a picture in the past. You've asked me for advice. I've done nothing but be nice to you. And now all of a sudden he's trying to get me to play him in a basketball game. First of all, I would whoop him 11-0 in basketball. It wouldn't even be close. It would be embarrassing. His grandchildren would be embarrassed about it. Second of all, I don't have time to dilly-dally with I'm trying to have it. I'm a father of three. I have a career. I'm not trying to play basketball with guys on Twitter with their little friend Henry Cejudo who are just trying to gain attention. I mean, can we talk about the plight of Henry Cejudo, Olympic gold medalist, bantamweight and flyweight champion, and he's been resorted to this? This is what's happened to Henry Cejudo. I'm embarrassed for Henry Cejudo that he's
Why?
doing
What's
this.
Henry doing?
Henry's like his cheerleader. It's like, well, Henry, what's going on, bud?
Here you have it, the reason why the Schmo called out Ariel Helwani for a grappling match or for a basketball match was because he was holding a resentment against Ariel Helwani. Ariel Helwani curved him, gave him a fake email, and the Schmo is mad. He is like, I finally made it, and I'm gonna show middle fingers to everybody who curved me when I was coming up. It is understandable. Now we have the Schmo finally responding to Ariel Helwani's claims. Let's take a listen to this. I'm gonna watch this with you guys.
Boys and girls, I want to address the YouTube video of Darren Till asking Ariel Helwani.
Man, the Schmo looks really different. Man, he looks different when he's playing a character. Now he looks like an innocent boy. Let's continue.
About my charity call out. Ariel's version of the story is fake news. And that's
Really? I don't think so.
why I feel inclined to make this video. It didn't go down the way Ariel said it went down. It stems from me trying to raise money for charity and maybe the spinning of the basketball.
That's bullshit. The charity thing, guys, is just a disguise. His real intent is to embarrass Ariel Helwani, to make him pay.
With the middle finger went a little too far. It was fan art. I get it. I can apologize for that. Ariel, I'm sorry. With that said, Ariel's version of the story is still fabricated to the max. I did encounter Ariel at 244. And when we briefly spoke at 244, I gave him the same elevator pitch I give to all the other media members and the people that I know that ask about me. And then about 30 minutes later, I'm standing on the Madison Square Garden theater stage, standing next to my girlfriend. He ambushes me and tells me in this degrading way, take out your phone and write this email address down that I never even asked for. And in that moment,
What? So Ariel Helwani is randomly giving out emails? I don't think so. I take it back. The Schmo might speak the truth here. Maybe Ariel Helwani was feeling a guilt because previously when they met, Ariel Helwani gave the Schmo a fake email. And he knew that, so years later when they saw each other again, the Schmo at that moment was popping up. Ariel Helwani wanted to give him his real email. Because now the Schmo is the man. He's getting a lot of views. He's getting famous. Maybe the Schmo is speaking the truth. But that doesn't change the fact that he wants to beat the shit out of Ariel Helwani. Let's continue.
back in August of 2018 at UFC 227. How am I supposed to know that the email address that he's then providing is going to be real from there? And then when I showed him this email from 2018, he acknowledged it, he shook my hand, apologized, and walked away, and this was at
Yeah, I might be on something, man. Ariel Helwani knew that he gave him a fake email before.
UFC 245. So all in all I was trying to do by calling him out was to raise money for charity.
Nah, that's bullshit, guys. Don't believe that. That's a fucking bullshit. He wants to put his hands on Ariel Helwani. He wants to punish him.
And just like how I trailblazed my way as the
You know, every time celebrities want to beat each other up, they always use this charity excuse. Hey, I'm just raising money for charity, let's fight. It's just charity. But in reality, they want to beat the shit out of each other.
Schmo and figure things out, I'll create my own charity. Mark my words, I will do that. So consider.
Okay, if you wanna do that, call Danny Segura out. I wanna see this match. Let's continue.
This video, my final video of talking about Mr. Second Place. I'm out.
He called out Ariel Helwani and Mr. Second Place. You know, I respect that. And that's it. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me that Ariel Helwani curved the Schmo, gave him a fake email, and the Schmo is still angry? He wants a revenge, and he's using this charity thing as an excuse to put hands on him. Remember to click the subscribe button, like this video if you like, stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye.